What up, chat? How are we doing? How's it going? How we feeling? We definitely got some interesting announcements today for sure. From Pokemon Day. We got some shit. There's only really a couple of things from Pokemon Day that I want to talk about. There's only really a couple of them. To touch on, like, the things I'm not super interested in talking about quickly. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet events, whatever. I haven't really touched Scarlet and Violet in a while, to be honest with you. I don't think it's necessarily worth me going back to it just for Red, Green, and Blue events. TCG Pocket new booster pack comes out tomorrow. That should be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. I'm excited for competitive TCG Pocket, to be honest with you. That seems like it'll be fun. That seems like it'll be an interesting thing. I was talking about it at work, and I think if they give rewards for hitting certain ranks, that could get me to play TCG Pocket more. Because I don't think I'm in the minority when I say all I'm doing in that game at this point is I log on twice a day to open my packs. And that's really all I'm doing at this point. I don't really, like, see a reason to play online for the most part. As weird as that might sound. Just because there's no real reward. I mean, you get like what, one shop token if they thank you, but I think even that has like a max to it. Because I've had it happen a couple times where like I can't claim their thank gifts. So I think even that has a max to it. So I think if they give you rewards for certain ranks, that could get me to play. Like, if they're like, hey, if you go from bronze to silver, we'll give you, like, 12 hourglasses. That would be huge. Or, like, we'll give you some, like, Pokegold or something. That could get me to play, admittedly. But other than that, it kind of is, so far, TCG Pocket is what I expected it to be, which is just 2 free small packs a day. Thoughts on 2 Johto starters? We'll get there. I'll get there. I'm going over really quickly all the smaller things that I'm not super interested in, so I can at least touch on them. Mega's coming back to normal TCG. I have literally no opinions on. But the broader TCG community seems upset that you get 3 prize cards for beating 1, so I'll take that as my opinion. I've never watched Pokemon Concierge. I don't play Pokemon Go. I've tried getting into Pokemon Masters EX on 3 separate occasions, and I can't do it. So having the Primal Groudon, Kyogre, Mega Rayquaza, if you play Masters EX and that's hype for you, go for it. That's all you, man. Pokemon Unite is interesting. I would be interested to see what Raichu and Alchemy do, admittedly. First to 500 seems like an interesting interesting game mode. Pokemon Sleep is whatever. Pokemon Cafe Remix seems fun. I might have to get into it, to be honest. Might have to start playing some Cafe Remix. But you continuously confuse Masters EX and Unite. I genuinely could not tell you what Masters EX is trying to be, but Unite is just League of Legends. Shuffle is better than Cafe Remix. Pokemon Shuffle. Pokemon Shuffle. Have I played that one on a Saturday stream yet? Not this one specifically, but I've played something close to it. I've played Puzzle Challenge so far on Saturday streams. I haven't gotten to Shuffle or Cafe Remix yet. Also, chat, have I shown you guys my Pokemon cards? I got some cool looking Pokemon cards over the weekend. And I don't think I've shown you guys. I'll wait for ads to be done. They're sitting on my desk, and I can't believe I don't think I've brought them up yet. You're not in an ad? Okay. So I went to a a card shop in my city just to see if they had packs of Pokemon cards. Surprise, surprise, they didn't. But what they did have was a bin of like $3 Pokemon cards. Now, granted, almost none of the cards I'm going to show you are worth $3. I just think they looked cool. Here's VMAX Tornadus full art. Here is VMAX Regieleki full art. Here is a shiny Garganacl. Like, it's not hollow. It's actually like shiny Garganacl. Here's a Noivern EX because I'm a big fan of Noivern. And then I did find one card, and I'm surprised that this was in the box. This is a 1999 promo Mew card. This card, chat, is worth $40. And I bought it for $3. It's worth $40 ungraded. So I kind of made money when I went, if you think about it. But those guys just hang out on my desk with me. Anyways, to move on to the news I actually cared about, we're going to start with the thing that I probably have less thoughts on, but it's still exciting. I have to imagine they either put one good one in the bin or they had a critical error. I think it was an error because it wasn't like a grab a random card and you like can have it bin. It was literally like a shoebox with a bunch of Pokemon cards in it. So I think they just put the card in there by accident. But I didn't say anything. I just bought the card and left. But, chat, Pokemon Champions. Let's fucking talk about it, man. I think Pokemon Champions has so much potential. Also, I saw people hating on the logo. I don't think they realized, to anybody hating on the logo, that it's Machamp's belt. Because Machamp's belt, that's a realistic Machamp. Machamp's belt has a P on it. And they just spelled champions out on it. But I think Pokemon Champions has potential to be really good. I think it has a lot of potential. I think what it needs to do, more than anything, I think, because it looks like it's going to be very VGC focused, more than anything, because you can import Pokemon to the game. You're slightly concerned about the Terra Mega balance. Here's the thing. I can see champions becoming on like an official Pokemon Showdown. It's like when I see this, that's what I think. I think it's an official Pokemon Showdown. And I think there are two things you need to be able to do in this game. Thing number one, if I import a Pokemon from a Pokemon game to Pokemon Home to Pokemon Champions, I think the stats, the moveset, the abilities, everything should just be like Showdown, essentially. I think it should just be a slider for everything. Legitimately. And then I should be able to take that Pokemon and transfer it back to my Pokemon game. You don't think they'll do that? I don't see them doing that, but like that to me would be huge. Thing number two, I think if I can't drop my Pokemon in this game, do whatever I want to it and export it, I should be able to still build a competitive team in Pokemon Champions and just don't let me export it. Just don't let me export it. Make Pokemon Champions the app, the game you use to build your team like you're in Showdown. Just don't let me export the Pokemon. And I think, like, did they put Charizard back in the sky? It looks like it. They showed off Megas like a motherfucker during Pokemon Day. But I think if you could even lock it behind the Pokemon has to be registered to your Pokemon Home Dex, I'll take that. But I should be able to just spawn an Incineroar in Champions and do whatever I want with it. As a way of like just streamlining the VGC aspect of it. I think that would be huge. Other than that, it looks kind of fun. I won't lie. If it's not going to do that and it's just going to be like a new stadium, regardless, I think mini games are probably essential. I think aside from the battle sim part of it, what makes Pokemon Stadium fun are the mini games. So I think that's a big part of it. I pulled up the screenshots here on Cerebi. There isn't much because we just got the one trailer, but it'll be interesting to see how Megas interact with terrestrialization. I think that'll be an interesting interaction. I don't know if they're going to be able to balance it where you can't terrestrialize a Mega unless you can do that. There's probably some Mega that thrives in that. Like being able to do Terra fighting Mega Kangaskhan with Power Up Punch seems like too much. So I would imagine you can't terrestrialize a Mega Pokemon. Or else there's going to be some weird interactions that happen. And I think it'll be a return to like the big six during Megas, which is just not fun. So overall, I'm excited for Pokemon Champions. I think it has potential to be very, very good and very, very fun. And it being cross-platform is obviously huge. But I saw some rumors about like the Pokemon Classic Collection. I'm not surprised that that didn't happen. And I'm not really upset about it either. They should go all the way back and give us back gems and Z moves. Fuck Dynamax. You think Dynamax is gonna... Oh yeah, surely Dynamax is there. That was a Switch Pokemon game. See, like, there's interactions there that I just don't think... I think those interactions will be locked. I think, like Dynamax, Mega Charizard X, Terrestrialize to be a Dragon type just won't... Like, you won't be able to do that, I don't think. Gems would be cool. I'm plus or minus on Z moves. I wasn't a huge fan of them, to be honest. Variety of different modes would be is going to be interesting to see. But it's going to be... This is probably the thing that I'm like... The most, like, curious about how it's gonna end up shaping out. Maybe only one of the 3 big ones per team. I don't think it'll be that, because in Sun and Moon, you could have a Z move and a Mega during Sun and Moon era. Unless you're thinking only one of like Dynamax, Terrestrialization, or Mega, then maybe. But I could see it to where like if you Mega Evolve your Charizard, you just can't Terrestrialize it or Dynamax it. It would feel kind of weird to have a double battle with a Terra, a Mega, and 2 Dynamax Pokemon. Yeah, probably. But we'll see. We'll see. The different game modes makes me think that they could have... Let me pull up Notepad. Let me go here in case there's something that I need to be worried about. There's not. Like, I could see game mode 1 being, like, no holds barred. Like, anything goes. Game mode 2... being like whatever's like the current VGC regulation. Game mode 3 could be Mega only. Game mode 4 being like Dynamax only. Game mode 5 would be like Terra only. You know what I mean? Like they could very easily make like 6 or 7 game modes from this. But I think these will be the big 2. What they do past this will be interesting, but I could see a world where they have one game mode where you can do fucking anything you want, and a second game mode that is perfectly in line with whatever the current regulation for the VGC is. Because that's where I see the main use of this. Realistically, is gonna be for like VGC players. As like a official Pokemon way to, you know, deal with like adjust their teams on the go. But for the biggest announcement, we got updates on Legends ZA. I was reading this a little bit before stream. So late 2025, I guess from what I read, the Japanese version put it firmly like in fall of 2025, which in Japan is like September to November. So I think this is the big 2025 release for Pokemon this year. Didn't they? This is probably a Switch 2 release, I would imagine. I would imagine their Switch 2 releases probably look like a Mario game, this, and maybe a Smash Bros. They'll probably do both because that's what they did going from from the Wii U to the Switch. They released it on both. But I would imagine Pokemon Legends ZA, a new 3D Mario game, maybe a Smash Bros. Like soon down the line, probably a Mario Kart, will be like the 4 big ones right after, like right when the Switch 2 comes out. That's what they did. Couldn't comprehend finding out that Breath of the Wild was also on the Wii U. Yeah, it was crazy. It looked like shit. It actually like kind of looked like shit. But I think that'll, like, this is going to be one of their like reasons you buy the Switch 2 is going to be for this game. Or for like any other Pokemon game, something like that. So, that being said, a lot came out about the game today. There's a little bit of stuff to go over. So we'll just go top down. This game takes place entirely within Lumio City, which is kind of something we already knew. But it was interesting to see, kind of get a better idea of how that's going to look. For sure. The thing that caught my eye the most was the clip in the trailer where the player character jumped and glided to another rooftop. That was interesting. It looks like that's going to be something that maybe the Rotom does. Yeah, climbing people's buildings, battling on rooftops. Very like Assassin's Creed-like things. But I guess this is taking place in the future, which is kind of what I was thinking. And then, obviously, shopping centers. There's going to be a crazy... AZ is back. Well, yeah, AZ for sure. Yeah, this was interesting. The story begins with a sightseeing trip to Lumios. So we're going to be from a different region. My guess is Kanto. Maybe we're from Johto because there's 2 Johto starters. But my guess is Kanto. The thing that caught my eye immediately is the male player character looks like Sycamore. So I think we're going to live in a reality where maybe we're related to the professor somehow. Whether it's son or nephew or whatever, what may have you, I think the player character will be related to Professor Sycamore somehow. But you stay at Hotel Z, which is run by AZ. And then it says, serve as your base as you and the new friends you'll meet in Lumios tackle all sorts of incidents that will occur in the city. So my guess for the main story of this game at this point is the player's main goal is, I'm guessing, going to be completing Zygarde for some reason. That is my guess. Because like the plan to like build Lumio City, I just don't see like how the player character fits into that. But my guess is for some reason we'll have to complete Zygarde. Something is going to happen that we're going to have to find all the Zygarde cells. But it looks like we're going to be kind of working out of AZ's hotel. The main Pokemon thing is going to be these wild zones. Now this, admittedly, after I've had all day to think about it, is a little concerning to me. Why is it concerning? Because I'm a little worried that we're not going to have Legends Arceus, like the terrains look amazing. The landscapes, like the settings look amazing. I love how that game looks, like the atmosphere of it. I'm afraid that this game isn't going to have that in the same way. It feels like There's going to be like a street section, a sand section, a river. You think the corporate old lady is going to be the villain? You think so? Let's go past all this for now. Her jet. I could see it, but I am concerned about how the wild Pokemon are going to work. I think the Pokemon in this game look amazing. I think a lot of this game looks amazing. The Pokemon, the models, the player character threw me off when I watched the trailer, but then I realized it's just because the player character isn't 12. Like, this is very clearly an aged up player character. That threw me off at first, but then it clicked in my brain. Catch wild Pokemon living in wild zones or out and about in Lumios by aiming a Pokeball at them and letting it fly. If the Pokemon doesn't pop back out of the ball, you've caught it, okay? Some Pokemon will flee if they spot you, so hide out of sight or approach them. Okay. So yeah, this is just the basic catching mechanic. I don't know why that's on here. But the real-time battling, chat? Oh, I am excited for real-time battling. I think it's very interesting. I think it's going to be very, very cool. Like, there was the one clip in the trailer where someone was using a move and, like, the player pulled the Pokemon out and put an Onix in. That looked cool. I'm excited for that. Real time, like a Xenoblade Chronicles or like a Final Fantasy type of battle mechanic, which is a lot closer to like the anime, how the anime works. There will be new gameplay mechanics to consider, such as precise timing for swapping out your Pokemon or using moves. Different lengths of time moves will take to launch and how big of an area the moves will impact. That's going to be interesting. This will be interesting depending on like how many 1v1 battles there are versus like double battles. I think this would be a lot more impactful in like a double battle situation. But so that is interesting. The real-time battling. The player characters, yeah, they're just aged up. This, I can't stop thinking of Sycamore when I see this guy. I'll be honest. This just looks like Sycamore to me. And then the big part of it, the starter Pokemon. We got 2 Johto starters. On the 2 Johto starters thing, I'm a little torn. I won't lie, I'm a little torn. So with there being 2 Johto starters, here, Totodile, Chikorita, Tepig, those are the starters. On one hand, these Pokemon are almost guaranteed to either A, get a Mega, B, get a regional variant, or C, all of the above. So I'm interested to see what these regional variants or these mega evolutions could potentially look like. I think it's cool that between the Legends games, we've gotten every Johto starter, because let's be honest, the Johto starters kinda suck in their base forms. They are bad, and like it's cool to like a Johto starter, but like if a Johto starter is your favorite starter, I personally would recommend expanding your horizons. I hope Pignite's secondary typing coming in that stage will necessitate them to make new forms for the middle stages too. Have they ever done that before? Made like for a middle evolution, made a regional form. I don't think that's been done. It would be cool. But we'll see. We'll see. I think at the very least, we'll get a regional form, probably a Mega for all 3. Graveler, true. So true and real. Yeah, they probably could with Tepig getting firefighting. Lanoon, technically? Yeah, technically Lanoon. But I like the way... I love the way the Pokemon look in this game. I'll say it. They look good. They look a lot brighter, a lot more colorful than they do in, like, Scarlet and Violet. These games just look good, man. Like, looking at this picture of Totodile, like, these games look good. But it's getting, like, this is clearly, like, a wild area. The Tepig picture almost makes you like it. What do you mean? What do you mean almost? It's going to be interesting to see how many wild areas there are. I'm guessing 5 because there's a lot of pentagon imagery. Tepig is definitely mid. I think my opinion on Tepig is skewed because it's, like, in my head, for sure the best of the 3 Unovas, but it's also a firefighting type. And I think every firefighting type starter... Well, I guess it's really just Tepig. Because, like, Combusken's good, Infernape's good. Emboar is kind of mid as a firefighting, and I don't think they've done firefighting since then. I think we ragged on them enough that they stopped doing that. But my guess is there's going to be 5 wild areas. Probably like an urban environment, a sand environment, a water environment, probably something electrical, something maybe a little more geared towards flying types. Whatever. But yeah, I think I'm kind of 50-50 on the 2 Johto starters thing. At least they didn't do Incineroar, yeah. Because I think these 3 are guaranteed to get Megas, and I don't think we need Mega Incineroar. Like, okay, so the 3 Kanto starters definitely don't need a Mega. The 3 Hoenn starters definitely don't need a Mega. Then you go to Gen 4. You could do Megas there. Samurott and Serperior. Like, for some reason, like, the Gen 6 starters not already having a Mega is weird to me. I don't think Incineroar needs one. Debatably, the Gen 4 starters are good enough that they don't need Mega Evolution. Greninja doesn't really need one. But, like, there definitely are other ones they could have chosen. But they were not going to choose the Kalos starters. This is what it comes down to. They would not have chosen the Kalos starters. They would not have chosen a Kanto starter. They would not have chosen a Hoenn starter. They were not ever going to do Rowlet, Cyndaquil, or Samurott. So you're left with, obviously, these 3. The Gen 7 starting trio, the Gen 8 starting trio, the Gen 9 starting trio. And Snivy, plus Snivy. And I think 8 and 9 are too recent. 7 has Incineroar. Incineroar I don't think was ever going to happen. Popplio is already good in VGC, so that was never going to happen. The grass type one is Rowlet, so that was never going to happen. So Gen 7 was off the board. So you have Gen 8 and 9, which are too recent. So there really weren't other options. Like, the only thing I think realistically they could have done is put Snivy in instead of Chikorita, but then you have 2 Unova starters. It's the same problem. It's 6 dozen in one hand and 6 in one hand, half a dozen in another. That's my thought about it. And I'm happy that Johto's getting a little more love because the Johto starters do suck. They are bad. So anything to make them better is probably much appreciated. And then we get into the people. We have Urbane and Tawny, which looks like maybe our friend / rival for these games. So they look cool. I like the character design. I think this is the first time that the gender swapped rival looks so similar, which is an interesting choice. AZ, the man himself, Alfred Zebra with his floette. I want you to know, chat, when I was sitting at my desk at work and I saw the floette, I went. That was my reaction. I'm excited to see AZ's floette, especially after the event that didn't happen. But he works the hotel, so maybe he takes the place. Hand over the floette, old man. Give it to me. I could see AZ potentially taking the place of like the professor. Because the professor is supposed to be like the wise character that leads you on your journey. AZ could be like, look, man, I've been on this planet for 3,000 years. I know what I'm doing. Let me show you how to catch a damn Pokemon. But Eternal Flower Floette looks good. Dude, the Pokemon look good. Jet, the CEO of Quasarita Co. Incorporated, a large corporation driving Lumious' urban redevelopment plan with the aim of shaping the city into one that belongs to people and Pokemon. Seems she hopes to deepen the bonds. Yeah, all white character is kind of sus vibes. Also, we have Vinny, large man who wears sunglasses. This seems like our Lysander counterpart, like our Lysander equivalent maybe. He always has a reputation for being a fast worker. And then this is just information. Zygarde has multiple cell-like components. Changes from deep depending on how many of these you've gathered. Its brain is made up of the few existing Zygarde cores, while the rest of its body comprised of cells. Yeah. This is just information about Zygarde. And then Mega Evolution comes back. I'm looking back, not surprised that they didn't announce a new Mega. There almost definitely will be new Megas. Not surprised that they did not show any. But I think the Megas look good. Some people were hating on the Mega Charizard X's like flames. But I would imagine that's maybe subject to change. But the Megas look good. The Pokemon just look good in this, man. I love the way Altaria, Ampharos look. They look good. I'm not upset about it at all. Sableye looks good. So I would imagine maybe excluding the Hoenn starters, all of the Mega Pokemon are available. I could see maybe you getting a Hoenn starter for free to teach you how Mega Evolution works. Or a Kanto starter for free, since Charizard's confirmed in the game. Maybe you get either a Hoenn or a Kanto starter to teach you how Mega Evolution works. Other than that, I think every Mega Pokemon will be available. These are Pokemon confirmed to return so far. So obviously we have the Charmander line, the Pidgeot line, Arbok line, Pikachu's line, Victory Bell, Onix, so probably Steelix, Kangaskhan, Starmie, Pinsir, Gyarados, the Evolutions, Aerodactyl, the Dragonite line, the starter lines. Ampharos, Heracross, Houndoom, Tyranitar, Gardevoir, Sableye. Yeah, these are just a lot of mega Pokemon. There's just a lot of Pokemon with mega evolutions. Nothing like really stands out. Like, oh my god, I can't believe that Pokemon's available. You don't think the Weather Trio or the Lotties are getting in? Maybe not. So maybe not every mega evolution, but I think a good majority of them are getting in. I would be shocked. I would be surprised if we go this whole game without a Mega Goodra. But maybe we don't because there's Hisuian Goodra. But I would be shocked if Goodra doesn't get a Mega Evolution at the end of this game. At some point in this game. I think Goodra needs one. I think a lot of pseudo legendaries already have them. Because I remember in an interview at some point, somebody that worked at Nintendo said that the goal of Mega Evolution was to make Pokemon that are not competitively viable. And Hisuian Goodra is decently viable, but regular Goodra isn't. And that seems like a very easy like line in the sand to draw, where the Mega Goodra Stone only works on Kalos Goodra.
Thank you so much for playing my game.
Mega Go-Goat, please. Mega Go-Goat would be interesting. Give him bigger horns. But we're officially back in the era of people like fan making megas, which is always, I always like seeing fan made mega Pokemon. Cause it's like what could have been. But yeah, that's pretty much all of the Legends news. Here are the pre-release screenshots. But I think we already looked at most of these. But even the mega like orb looks, I like the way it looks, to be honest with you. But it looks good. Like the detail on this looks great. Until the game comes out, you will not see me hating on how the game looks. I think the art style is good. I think the game looks good. All of the gameplay ran smoothly. It looks good, man. I'm excited. I am excited for Pokemon Legends ZA to release this year. I'm in between whether or not I want to play through it on the stream, admittedly. I never finished playing through Arceus on stream. I just kind of played it off stream. I did like my first impressions on stream. I could maybe do something like that again. But that's something for me to think about. But I think I could maybe... Chat, how do you guys feel about completing the Legends Pokedex on stream? I could do that. I'd be down to do something like that. Because if ZA holds up to Arceus, Chad, I want you to know, at that stage in my life, when Arceus came out, I was ending stream and literally playing Arceus for hours. Like, I loved Arceus when it came out. I went, because Lily was still living on campus, I went to her dorm and she had class, and I sat in her dorm and played Legends for 4 hours. Like, the day after it came out. So if it holds up to that, I'm just gonna want to play it. You got in trouble multiple times for playing it when you shouldn't have. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, that was a good game. You also never actually beat Volvo. You got to go back and beat Volvo, man. So in general, I'm very excited for Legends. I don't think they could have announced anything about Legends today that would have made me less excited for the game. And I'm going to reiterate, not getting any announcement about Generation 10 is a good thing. That is a good thing. I'll say it. I'm happy. God damn it, my controller. I think that's good news. You lost your save file 3 times? That's crazy. That's insane. But yeah, that's ZA is gonna be good. I have hope that ZA ends up good. We'll complete the Pokedex odd stream. I think that'll be fun. I'll play it off stream. I'm gonna go pee really quickly, chat. I'm gonna run a quick, like, 60-second ad. I'm gonna go pee, and then we'll hop into Ultra Sun. I should also get the Nuzlocke tracker open. Get down to where I'm at. Perfect. All right, running an ad. I will be right back. I thought about it more downstairs. I don't think they'll release Gen 10. February 27th. If they do, I think it's going to be bad. which is not what I want. So I'm going to hope that they actually don't. I hope they release it in November of next year. And they just announce it at the next Pokemon Day. Because they're going to probably want to release it during the holidays to, like, maximize profits. Like they do for every main series game. Because if they release it in February, that's like 3 months between ZA and Generation 10. Which means they'd be working on it right now, which is concerning. But we're not going to worry about that. Because we have an old Pokemon game to play. What was I doing? What was I supposed to be doing? Oh yeah, the ruins of life. That's right. What's my level cap? 28? We're in a good position. I think I'm going to put Bagon away. To be honest. I think for the sake of the rock type battle, I think I'd rather have Passimian. Personally. And then... what the hell is in here? Diglett's Tunnel? No, I need to get to the cemetery place. Which is, I think, up and around this corner? No. Where the hell is the... is it through Diglett Tunnel? Why do I not know where I'm going? I played this game literally yesterday. That fucking blows. I already got my encounter here. This goddamn Zubat. Why couldn't your little breastplate be blue? But yeah, there wasn't really much. I guess the way I think about it is... it's a weird way to think about it. Fuck, I forgot that I had been skipping that fucking... it's probably a weird way to think about it. But... Lily is a lot more of a casual Pokemon fan than I am. So whenever there's Pokemon announcements, or whenever like Pokemon trailers come out, I always think about like, is there anything in this trailer that like when we're eating dinner, I want to like take time out of that time we have together to show her? There wasn't really much in that trailer for that. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think for this Herdier, because it's workup, I'm gonna do Glare Bite instead of going for Poison Venoshock. Please don't kill Trubbish. That was so much damage. No. I'm switching. Oh no, wait, I win. Oh my god, that was close. If I would have lost Trubbish to an optional trainer, I would have been pissed. Okay. So we'll go into town, we'll heal. I'll put Passimian in first. Or actually, I'll put Groudon up first. Because I don't know if I have to do this Plumeria fight before or after Olivia. But either way, it would be good for me to have Groudon in first. Because if I have Passimian in and I have to fight Plumeria, then it gets weird because she has a Golbat. Groudon is at least, you know, good enough for Golbat. I'll do it this way. You're telling me I can't march through here on my Tauros? What is this, a grave site? Come on. But I think Wolfie actually had a really good take on Pokemon Champions when he said that has potential to either be the coolest or worst thing for VGC. I think we'll end up living in one of those two realities. We either live in reality A, where it's really cool and makes VGC a lot more like accessible to people, and like it's a lot of fun to play with your friends, or we live in reality B, where you and your friends all install the game, try it maybe once, and then like it's actually not that cool. Don't call for help, you bastard. Or you just like for Champions, you just install it once, try it, and go, yeah, that was fun, and then uninstall it and never play it again. Those are probably the two worlds we live in. Okay, Akala Outskirts, we caught Wingull, that's right. Because then we then went back and caught Dagon, Shelgon. Okay, that was a crit, so I guess. There we go. Why does Groudon have to be hit and then move? That's a bad order of events. Girly Pop, you're supposed to get out of there sooner. Ah, I do have to fight her first. So you're the one Gladian was talking about. You don't look like anything special to me. I'm Plumeria. I help keep Team Skull together, like a big sister to all these numbskulls. You have realized what idiots all these guys are, right? But don't you think some dummies are cute in their dumbness? You know what I mean, right? You're picking on my really cute dumb brothers and sisters is really annoying. Alright, bitch. That's the thing, is you think you want the smoke, but you don't. Golbat? You think I'm afraid of your little Golbat? Own tempo, bitch. A crit kills me, right? That did 36 damage. I mean, crit kills, but I'm just thinking like we faster? Fuck. That's not good. I should switch. Yeah, I should switch. I don't know what it's gonna hit though. Okay, so if it's Poison Fang, Phalanx is fine. If it's Wing Attack, these two are not fine. Maybe I just send out Trubbish? I just have to be careful with Trubbish getting like too much XP. That was only 19 damage. I think I can just wrap it. As long as I hit this wrap, I'm fine. Damn it. Okay, it did 19 damage, so I can try again. As long as I don't get crit here, I'm fine. Perfect. Really? This takes me down to 10. Fuck. Confusion kills. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Okay. It probably goes for Dragon Rage here, because, I mean, they're all guaranteed KOs. Realistically. I don't want to send Groudon back in, is the problem. Meloetta is just the tankiest. Beware doesn't feel that important. Just trying to fucking blow its head off. But it's not very effective. This is just a bad situation. Okay, that did 31 damage. So I'm fine even with a crit. Okay. I'm willing to risk it. Oh, it just poisons me? Bro? Bro? Trubbish is over the level cap. Okay. So Trubbish has to take a little break, chat. Trubbish gotta take a little break. I think we bring out Horsey. It's just good against rock types. Tearful look? What does it even do? Okay. Let's heal. I have to be a little weary of a Laleep. The Laleep. Just because. Oh, and the Anorith has Metal Claw. Okay. I think I have to send out Horsey first. Maybe I send out Phalanx first. I think Groudon... Dude, my thigh is so itchy right now. I think Groudon is only really going to be good against Lycanroc. Because Anorith has Metal Claw, and the Leap has fucking... Giga Drain and Brine. Like both, like all three of those moves are a problem for Groudon. So Ruins of Life end up being an encounter, right? No? Revy! Lily got lost again, so I brought her here to you. She couldn't even find her way to the Tide Song Hotel on her own. She said she saw Team Skull and tried to avoid them. That's why she got lost. Now I've got to go. The Masked Royal has a match, but there's no way I'm missing that. That masked royal. What do you think it looks like under that mask? Is it the masked royal Kukui? This is Tapu Lele's ruin. I know, you tried to drag me along to the ruins of conflict on Melee Melee 2. Why are these ruins important to you? What do the Guardians mean to you? Cosmog is such a pure spirit, just such a pure soul. Ugh. What up, Olivia? My name is Lily. I work as Kukui's assistant. This is Revy. Tapu Lele summoned me here to clean up the ruins. Thank you for getting to know the people and Pokemon of Alola. Let's battle, Olivia. Alright then. You completed the trials of all 3 captains on Akala. Now you face the grand trial of the Kahuna, me. You're ready for your hardest Pokemon battle yet. Rock Bug is just such a hard type to like counter effectively. Because Brick Break's gonna be neutral. That was good neutral damage though. I'll tell you that right now. And the second Metal Claw missed! This will be super effective. Weirdly enough, did the same amount of damage. That did about 27 damage. So this is a KO. Now this Lycan Rock is going to use a Z move. I'm okay with having Phalanx just tank it. To be honest with you. It actually didn't do that much damage. You think she heals here? Maybe I can focus energy? Yep. Yup. This next one is probably the Z move. No? Okay, I get out of that without having to worry about the Z move. That was fucking easy, man. That was really easy. How lovely. Diamonds only sparkle after coal is pushed to its absolute limit. You guys are the best. Here, the Rock-type Z crystal. The Rockium Z is yours. I'm a little worried about this Cantonian gym. Truthfully. This dragon types. I don't have a fairy type. Oh, I have Igglybuff! Use it well. The rock type. It's hard, sturdy, rugged, and physically strong. Guess opposites attract. Might be a weird question, but why even come to the Ruins of Life if you're not a trainer? Oh, because of Nebi. It's not originally from here, and I wanted to help it get back to its home. I don't have any idea how to do that. It seems fond of the ruins for some reason, so I keep visiting them, hoping that maybe I will find some clue to help it. Tapu Lele must be maybe called the guardian deity of our island, but it can also run wild at times. Regular Pokemon normally avoid the guardians at all costs, unless they are strong enough to face the Tapu themselves, that is. Wait, that can't be right. I think your journey will hold many surprises, and I hope it holds many joys. I will take you back to town, Lily, doing everything you can for your trainer, for your partner, even though you're not a trainer. I like that kind of a person, so I can't help but give you a hand. I'm Hal from Ikia Town. You've got to let me battle you. Oh hey, guess what? This weird green guy from Ether told me to go to the Hano Grand Resort once I finished up my grand trial here on Akala. Crazy, right? The Aether Foundation. I'm not sure what he wants with you, but why not go find out? If you don't want to keep him waiting, then Charizard should get you there in no time. The Hano Grand Resort lies just over the bridge near the Dimensional Research Lab. Maybe I can't show off all of Brionne's and the rest of my team's strength like my Gramps, but I sure still am going to do the best that I can. What's wrong with that? Why should it matter who your family is? Want to see if it is you kids can do. Show me your own full power. Alright. Where is Hano Beach? Probably near the Hano Grand Resort, if I had to guess. Alright, let's heal up the team. Team Revels, they're calling it. I feel like I need like a good, like, you know what I mean? Like a good crack on my back. So I have to go back to the Dimension Lab, and it's right over the bridge, allegedly. Alright. Dimensional Research Lab. Oh wait, I'm right here already. It's talking right over this bridge. Alright, let's see what this guy wants. So you've come at last. Forgive me. I have yet to introduce myself. You may call me Faba. Told you before that I would show you someplace astounding, right? Well, that wonderful place is Aether Paradise. Let me tell you about Aether Paradise. Just as the name suggests, it's a veritable paradise for Pokemon that floats far out in the sea surrounding Alola. It's an artificial island made entirely by human technology. Of course, I'm an adult who keeps his promises, so I'll prove to you that all I've told you is the absolute truth of the tour. You'll come, won't you? No. Value their freedom. But the answer I want to hear from you is a resounding yes. Now let's hear it. I need to go to Hano Beach first, mister. Goodbye. I have to go to the beach first. Looks like the beach is just right over here. Oh, that's like somebody's Sandy cast. I got Staryu. Oh, man. Oh. What does curse even do? So the next big battle is going to be with How. Starmie is a water psychic type. Kinda want to name it Slowpoke or Slowking or Bruxish. Didn't we? Isn't that what we named? Slowpoke though. So I'll name this one Slowking. Now I'm willing to go to Aether Paradise with you. Yes, please, Mr. Adult, take me to the island where you take other kids. Pinocchio taught me that's a good idea. Also, yeah, the adult taking the kid to an island. Oh, man. It's an eerily similar situation to something that I can think of in real life. The greatest opponent is always yourself. Thanks. Are you coming too, Professor? Got my own business to attend to. Tell me about it later. That's right. I'll see you on the next island. Ula Ula. It's goodbye, Akala Island. Though I guess we can come back anytime you want to, huh? Hang on, Chuck. Give me 1 second. What are they doing? Aether Paradise is a facility created for the conservation of Pokemon. It's been outfitted with all the latest technology. Downstairs, our team works on developing new Pokeballs. Though you will not be able to use any of our Pokeballs within Aether Paradise, a jamming signal is broadcast throughout the facility to prevent them from functioning. But how do you know they work? What if you throw one at a Pokemon and it just explodes? Excuse me, Mr. Fabla. Yes, excuse you. What is the meaning of that form of address? I have a title for a reason. How also anyone else know how important I am? Yes, Branch Chief Fabla. Now, I must go speak with the president about our conservation efforts on Akala. Show these children around and then take them to meet the president as well. Wood. Next question. Welcome to Aether Paradise, Revy and Hal. My name is Wick. Nice to meet you. Wait, you know who we are? How'd you know that? Cause you're wearing name tags, stupid. When you got on the island, you had to put a visitor badge on, obviously. One of our employees told me about your meeting on Akala Island. And of course, I heard how you helped protect the Pokemon there too. Thank you very much. Let me show you around. The main entrance is up above us. Oranguru! This is the main entrance. You can have your Pokemon taken care of at the reception desk there if they need it. Revy, you and Hal are both trial goers, aren't you? You becoming... Must be around 11 then? Yeah, I took the first chance I had to join the Island Challenge once I turned 11. Because someday I really want to be able to beat my Gramps, but he's way too strong. Didn't you beat him for the... My face cam froze, god damn it. Didn't Hal have to know... God damn it, the fucking settings reset now. Didn't Hal have to know how to beat his grandpa for the challenge, though? Am I crazy? Did nepotism seep its way into Pokemon? I gotta make sure my camera looks good. Yeah, we look good. All right. How lovely for you. Suppose all children must yearn to take a journey of their own, choosing when they get to be about your age. Though you're hardly just children anymore. Trainers are like parents to the... Don't tell me I'm mature for my age. I'm 11. Don't hit me with that you're really mature for your age bullshit. Aether Paradise is a safe haven for all Pokemon. For this reason, the use of Pokeballs is strictly forbidden. Wow! We keep Pokemon that have been targeted by Team Skull here. And we also try to support Pokemon that need extra protection, like Corsola, for example. They're quite terribly overhunted by Marini. I hope you don't mind if I read a passage from my old decks. I traveled through Kanto when I was younger. Corsola. In Alola, where their natural enemies Marini are plentiful, many Corsola have stubby branches on their heads. Gramps always saying that nature's got its cruel side, sure as it gives us blessings. But can the Aether Foundation really protect all Pokemon? Nature does have its own balance, of course. It can be difficult to judge just how we humans try to affect that. Aether Foundation seems awesome. Couldn't say. It's hard to know for sure what our president is thinking sometimes. Lucky to meet President Lucamine. She should be here in the conservation area now. Alright. There should be an Aether Foundation president around here somewhere that is just dying to meet me. There she is. My sweet Pokemon. I promise I'll keep you safe. I'll protect you with my love. Ah. Lucamine. You must be Revian Hal. Welcome to Aether Paradise, the Aether Foundation's own private island. I am the president of the foundation, but please just call me Lucamine. I'm so glad that we got to meet. Glad there are people like you who travel around the islands to learn more about Pokemon. But there are also those unfortunate people who harm Pokemon for their own selfish reasons, or even for profit. That is why I'm here. I will be like a mother to all those poor Pokemon and shower them with love. Even Pokemon from distant worlds far from the Alola region are worthy of love. Oh, you sweet boy. I'm over 40. Wait, what? Oh, you. The right style does wonders, you know, and how your style is a bit wanting. I'll have to take you out sometime and help you pick out a smashing outfit. This is weird! We're 11! Oh, don't you worry. You just leave everything up to me. Trust me. Children would all be much happier if they'd only listen to the adults around them. We're under attack! Everybody run for your lives! Big meteor comes in. Oh, it's an ultra. It's a wormhole. Nihiligo. It's the Ultra Beast Archipelago. You are. Have you come from a distant world? No. Miss Lucamine, stand back. That thing's not right. Poor creature. What type is this Pokemon? Rock poison type. Sounds like a job for Phalanx. Phenomenon!
I thought that the use of Pokeballs was strictly prohibited.
That was not that much damage. It did 43 damage, so I lived this. Probably gonna use Venoshock again. I can probably safely send out Groudon. I'll just use high horsepower. No, it went first. We're fine. Saved. The unidentified creature disappeared. So it's true. I still need that Pokemon. I need to get it back. Miss Lucamine, are you okay? That Ultra Beast just now. It came from the other end of an Ultra wormhole. There's a being from another world. A world that you know as Ultra Space. Who the... Seriously, what's with that getup? These are my guests, the Ultra Recon Squad. They have been giving the Foundation advice about the Ultra Beast. Why don't you introduce yourselves? Dulcie. Zossie. Our world is a world without light. The light was stolen by a creature known to us as Necrozma. Creature almost like an Ultra Beast. And someday it will come to steal the light of Alola as well, like an eclipse that never passes. See, this Necrozma is like unbelievably strong. It can wield the light however it likes. And sure, it does run wild, but it also shares this mysterious light it has with others. But everything will be fine. If this Necrozma, or even an Ultra Beast like that one we just saw, should come to this world from another, the Aether Foundation will be prepared to protect the light of Alola. Rest easy, you will not need to worry about a thing.